The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. On the return, here's Palmer. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
Hey, we're dead even here through 2 quarters, and you know exactly what that means. That means both coaching staffs emphasized coming out strong here to begin the second half. Well, that return puts you in great position to do so, and maybe even take control of this game.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Up the middle, here goes White. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Mayfield now from the gun. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for him. They were thinking interception for a second. Incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked?
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Still 3rd down.
Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Mayfield will look to throw. He's going deep this time. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. It'll be Jake Camarda doing the honors. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Rush coming for Richardson. This one finds Taylor. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That stop made by K.J. Britt.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. This is ahead for about 5. Stopped that time by Jamel Dean. We got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. To throw, Richardson. He lofts it deep left. What a dive! I think he caught it! They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Short side option here. He's running left. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
1st and goal. They'll try an option to the left. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Throwing now, Richardson. And he'll go down. The Bucs brought pressure and got him. And that sack gonna cost them some yardage.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're gonna bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Richardson back to throw. Getting out to his left. He's running. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Little able to connect on the point after. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. On the return, here's Irving. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for White. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
First and 10, here's Mayfield. Finds a man, right side. And they're gonna bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They run, it's White. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
What's up? What's up?
1st down, here's Baker. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
What's up? What's up?
On the ground, it's White. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. Now, after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Set. What's up? Done.
Baker now from the gun. Finds his man. It's Godwin. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Done. Done.
Now it's White. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Set. Done. That's hot.
Baker now off the play fake. Catch is made in close. And he gets the first just before he's tackled.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Six. That. What's hot?
White has the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the third. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers tie us up 28-all.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. A lot of grass ahead. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts need only one to take the lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7.
Buccaneers, 28.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, here's Palmer. This return makes it up to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Good. What's that? What's that?
Drive starts with a carry by White. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Good. What's that?
Motioning left is their running back. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Good. What's that?
Palmer coming in motion left.
Good.
3rd down, here's Mayfield. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Punt meets him at the 28. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Colts back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Rolling from the pistol, Richardson. Escapes out to the left. Oh, look at this, here he goes. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Here we go. Set.
Here's Richardson. Gets this to Bateman. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Set the knee. Roll. Reload.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Catch made by Mitchell. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Set.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Cut near the goal line. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts double their lead to 14.
Buccaneers, 28. Bradley Pinion.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, here's Palmer. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Set. What's that? What's that?
Try the right side with White. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Set. What's that?
Running back sent in motion. It's into the hands of White. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Set. What's that?
One of the tight ends motioning right.
What's that?
First and 10, it's a give to White. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Set. What's that? What's that?
Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. On the move, headed right. He's running with it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
What's that? What's that?
Quick on the draw to White. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So we're through 3 here. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Set. What's that? Done.
From the 37. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Done. Done.
It's White on the give. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Six.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Done. What's that?
From the gun, Mayfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down.
Set. Done. What's that?
Throwing again is Baker. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal.
Good. What's that? What's that?
The give now to White. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Give him 7 on the play, and now they have 2nd and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Good. What's that? What's that?
Trying again with White. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Good. What's that? That.
Now Mayfield. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers now within 1 score in the 4th. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. The Colts and this running back headed back out for a new series. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll go with another option play to the left. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Taylor trying the left side. And he's got this down to the 40. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Defense showing blitz. Richardson connects with Bateman. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Option give to Taylor. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Let's go. Bring it. Track. Alert.
From the 31. He's on the move. He's going to tuck it and run. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a 1st down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. It's an option to the left side. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Set.
From the gun, Taylor. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Back-to-back runs, stopped short, and now it leaves him with a big 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Running with Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 1 yard on the pickup. Oh boy, now they're facing 4th and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right? Decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
Here we go, 4th and goal inside the 1.
Let's go now.
They're going Taylor. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Colts go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown, his 3rd of the game on the ground. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, here's Palmer. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Good. What's that? What's that?
White trying this straight ahead. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Good. What's that?
A tight end in motion now. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Good. What's that? What's that?
Out of the gun, White. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Good. What's that? What's that?
Mayfield now from the gun. Got his target, it's Otten. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
What's that? What's that?
1st down, here's Baker. He's gonna loft one deep to the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Good stick. What's that? Good.
Baker now from the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Good.
Mayfield to throw again. Chased out to his right. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth.
Good. Done. What's that?
Here we go. It's Mayfield. That's cut beyond the marker. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on fourth.
I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Good. Done. What's that?
Baker throwing again. Someone got a piece of that downfield throw, but it is caught anyway. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Well, he tried to get aggressive, and it looked like it was done for after the deflection. But he got himself to the right place at the right time to make that catch downfield.
Good. Done. What's that?
1st down from the red zone. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal.
What's that?
Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
False start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Second and goal now, 5 yards more difficult following that penalty.
Good. What's that? What's that?
Baker out of the pistol. This throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
Good. Done. Done.
Mayfield to throw. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, oh, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Good. What's that? What's that?
Desperation time here on 4th. Got it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's recovered by the offense, but Brock gets 4th down. We know only the fumbler can advance it, so this is still going to be a turnover on downs. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he has 7 on that run as we're down to the 2-minute warning. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers, their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second and 3 now. Taylor again. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They go again with Taylor. That's a first and even more past the 40. Into the red zone. All the way. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts stretch their lead to 21. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, here's Palmer. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Baker now. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
Ball start, offense.